everyone. Welcome. This is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and the youth. Please stay tuned with us. We will soon be back. The youth of Nigeria, no matter how restive, how militant, how terrorist, are the sons and daughters of women. Each one of them was carried in the womb for 9 months and took breast milk at the breast of a woman until weaned. The youth are no strangers to women. Just what are we women doing about the youth condition today in Nigeria? What is our concern? In this episode, you will get to hear from a special Nigerian woman who is doing something about the youth issue. You will also get to hear from the youth themselves, from the horse's mouth, as they bear their hearts to us. Please join us. I am Dr. Violet Arene. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and the youth. And we are privileged to have with us today a woman who has been doing something very important for the youth. Her name is Mrs. Angole Ospet Ajago. Madam, it's a pleasure my being here to see you, interview you. You are the founder of Youth and Gender Network.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
We've heard so much about what you are doing. If I might ask, how did you come into this occupation?
Well, I would say it's basically a result of my passion to make a difference, to be a positive voice in the society, particularly when it comes to shaping the thinking, the mindsets of individuals, particularly the younger generation, who I believe are the future leaders.
May I ask you what you have been doing for the youth?
Well, I would say they've been multifaceted. As an author, I have written a number of books specifically geared at inspiring youths and helping to instill in them the right values, leadership values, values of patriotism, values of hard work and excellence. I have written columns in the media. This year happens to be my 10th anniversary as a media columnist in a particular medium. I have done this absolutely free of charge, and that article is a column called World of Youths with special focus on the younger generation. We also have an NGO which I founded, which has been involved in youth and gender development. We have run a number of events and programs specifically geared at empowering, impacting the youths positively. Then we have mentored youths in vulnerable conditions like those in the Makoko environment who we have been supporting. Recently we had a skills acquisition program where we trained women and the girl child, actually young ladies, on practical skills to help empower them for self-sufficiency. These are some of the things that we have been doing. We have done intra-school programs where we go to schools to coach the young people. We have done Girls Are Mentors and Youth Are Mentors events where we equally impact lives positively.
What would you think are the greatest aggravators of the youth problem today?
I would also say a number of factors, top of which should be frustration. Poverty in a country like Nigeria is endemic. When people don't have food to eat, they can't pay their bills, they can't meet up with their responsibilities, just the basic things of life. A hungry man is an angry man. That is also responsible. Very, very critical is the issue of negative peer influence. We live in an age where young people are constantly being influenced by their peers. They look up to these people as role models, and so if a young person is involved in some negative vice or activity, it kind of inspires others to say, oh, that's cool. A gentleman, a doctor by name Ben Carlson, said peers, negative peers, are people who encourage error, rudeness, and stupidity. Incidentally, young people don't mind they follow blindly their peers who they think are role models for them. And that is one of the ways by which they are negatively influenced to engage in detrimental activities. Then, of course, there's the issue of poor foundation. Poor foundation has to do with family background, poor upbringing, inability of parents to instill the right moral values, the fear of God, good values and virtues into their children, neglect and negligence of the youths, leaving them to their own devices, inability to counsel them, teach them, coach them, train them. I believe so much in the good old saying that train a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it.
You have mentioned moral values, inculcation of moral values, and a lack of faith as one of the aggravators. Are we not taking this whole thing back to the table of women who are custodians of values in the home? Can we see the critical role of women in the youth problem today?
Women are mothers. Women are wives. Women are models to their children, to the younger generation. And I believe that women have a responsibility to their own children and to the youths in the sphere of their influence. Because they say you cannot raise a child alone. You need a society to raise a child, really. If you see your child and his friends doing wrong, don't correct only your child. Go ahead and also counsel the friends, whether it's in the area of good behavior, whether it's in the area of moral etiquette, whether it is in the area of peaceful coexistence, hard work, excellence, whatever. I believe that mothers have a role to play. Because we are the ones that carry those children in the womb for 9 good months. We are the ones that breastfeed the babies when they are born. We are the ones that talk to them. We can start shaping the destiny of those children even in infancy. As the child begins to grow, you notice certain traits, you begin to correct. Don't overindulge. Love disciplines. And that's one area where many women miss it. They believe that, because I love this child, let me allow him be. No. If you don't address certain things, behavioral traits, when the child is young, when he or she grows, that person becomes hardened. The person has no conscience. So women must begin to look inwards. Our role as homemakers is fundamental. We must never take that for granted. I know many women are working, many are concerned about how to survive, how to contribute to the well-being of their families, but the foundation must not be rejected. The children need to be built up, because when you build the children, then you build a nation. I believe in the power of prayer, and I know that mothers are the best intercessors for their children. Women need to pray the devil out of their children, pray evil out of them. When we intercede for our children, they turn out better, because God is the one that makes all the difference. Also, the issue of exposure to media, particularly from the young age, we need to monitor what our children are watching on TV, what they are reading, etc., in order to avoid negative media influence.
What are those critical supports we must be seeking today for our youth to help out?
Multifaceted,
Yes.
which will involve counseling, values reorientation, education. I believe that moral values and coaching should be a part of even the educational curriculum. It's not something that we just leave to the church or mosque. We should allow the children to, from their schools, be taught properly about what moral etiquette, patriotism, love and tolerance for their fellow human beings. Because like the former US President Bill Clinton said, we share a common humanity. We are all human beings. We all have flesh and blood. So we must be concerned about how we take the other person and how we react and respond to the other person. So it's important that the youths, are educated, and that all concerned parties, from the parents, father and mother, very important, the teachers in schools, government agencies, non-governmental organizations, well-meaning individuals, and anyone who is interested in progress joins hands to make this change. Because we cannot do it in isolation. Everybody's contribution is important. Just like you have a jigsaw puzzle, each piece of the puzzle is key to making a whole.
Do you honestly believe that unemployment is the worst problem of the youth today? That is the worst problem of militancy, terrorism, profligacy, prodigality, and so on.
Yes, I will agree, absolutely, because poverty is endemic, and when people are jobless, they don't have a means of livelihood, they don't have work to do, then they become praise for the devil. So it's important also that the issue of job creation is taken seriously. There should be support for entrepreneurship. Young people who may not be able to get white-collar jobs should be able to get skillful, get trained in a particular trade that they may want to go into, engage in, and get themselves employed. This is important. Also, the issue of welfare. I'm concerned that in a nation like Nigeria, where we have over 162 million people, there is no welfare scheme actually that young people can say, oh, if I'm out of work, I don't have food, that I can get some kind of support. There's no support. So people only rely on either family members, and if the families are not there to give them the support, then what do? They take to the streets and do whatever they want to. I also believe that our religious institutions really need to look inwards. Because what are we preaching? If out of the pulpit where majority of Nigerians are, in quotes, spiritual or religious, they either go to church or they go to mosque or some worship place, what are they hearing every day? Are they hearing the message of peace and tolerance, hard work, enterprise? Are they being challenged to be the best that they can be, to be loving, compassionate individuals, to have mercy on their fellow human being?
Thank you so much. We've learned so much from you. We've sensitized issues for everyone out there to listen. And it's back to the drawing board for all of us. Back to the family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and the youth. And we're privileged to have with us in the studio today a group of youth who will bear their hearts to us on some of the critical issues. On my immediate left is
Blessing, Lara, Darlington,
Precious,
Michael, John, Adewumi,
Femi.
Marvelous. Abayo.
You are all welcome.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you here. You're representing the youth out there. So you speak for them today. Blessing, do you honestly think that the primary problem of the youth today is unemployment? And why?
Yes. Unemployment is the problem of the youth today because lack of job has actually led mostly to result in vices like violence, kidnapping, and the likes of it.
Thank you. Femi, is that what you think?
Yes, I believe that we have willing youth that are ready to work and make this nation to be great.
Darlington, is that what you think too?
Yes, I believe. Because an idle man is a devil worship. Most of the youth, because of their joblessness, there's no job. They go into prostitution, some go into armed robbery, kidnapping. All those politicians use them and dump them. So the unemployment is the major problem of the youth today.
Michael, is that what you think?
I think the same thing too. Unemployment is a major problem because when students graduate from the university and they're back on the streets, it frustrates them and it makes them do different things, and it's a problem.
Okay. John, is that what you think?
I believe that too, because many youths are disappointed and they don't have work to do.
Okay, they are disappointed. Lara, is that what you think?
Yes, lack of creativity in the parts of the youth themselves affects unemployment.
Marvelous.
That's what.
What do you think? Is that the primary problem?
Yes, ma'am, I believe that's really right because of unemployment is one of our problems we have in this country today because after we graduate from school, after so many years, we don't have anything doing. So we have no alternative than to go into armed robbery and some people go to prostitution. That's what I believe.
Okay.
To me, I would say no. Unemployment is not the primary problem of the youth outside there today. I think to me it's an attitude. It's what you believe. If government did not get you work, you can get work for yourself. There are a lot of youth outside there, they are prospering. They are doing well with the kind of talent they have, with the way they develop themselves. So it depends on your personal determination. That is my own contribution.
Very good. So, you mentioned attitude?
Yes.
And I know that if you change your attitude, you can change your destiny.
Yes,
Youth, do you think that a change in attitude can solve some of the problems of the youth in Nigeria today? Lara?
Yes, by being diligent. A youth will say he doesn't have a work to do. When work is given to them, they don't do it well.
Okay.
If we are diligent in what we're doing, we'll have work to do.
Thank you. Darlington?
Yes. If you cannot change your attitude, don't have a good attitude, you cannot carry people along where you are working. Your attitude can easily make your employer to sack you. Because you must be diligent and humble, have a good attitude, have committed to that job so that you make something good for your life and your future.
Well, I'm supposing you don't have job. You are talking as if the youth were talking about as a job. Michael, if the youth doesn't have job, can attitude help? A change in attitude help?
A change in attitude can actually help a youth that doesn't have a job. Because if a youth doesn't have a job and he has a good attitude, and people around him sees that he's determined to want to do something, they will be willing to assist and help him do anything he wants to do to achieve.
I like that. Aderomi?
Yes, of course.
Of course, you brought this idea.
Yes, of course. If you have good attitude outside there, they will see people that will help you.
Okay.
All you need is just to make up yourself, do your proposal, make sure you can put something down, go out there. You can be in your church, you can be in your mosque, wherever you find yourself in different organizations. You can go there and work to them with confidence, with boldness. This is what I have. This is what I can offer. Believe in yourself. Even though they didn't attend to you for the very first time, don't give up. Try more, and you see you get there.
Very good. Femi, attitude as a solution.
That is to say that your attitude determines your attitude. Most of our youth these days, even if we are given job to do, we don't have attitude to sustain it. I know many youth that under 2 months, 3 months, they work and they sack them and work in 3 or 4 different places in a year. Why? Because of attitude.
Marvelous.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we need to hear from you.
Yes, ma'am. I suppose.
Can attitude be a solution?
Yes, ma'am.
Better attitude?
Better attitude can take you great places.
Abayomi, cap it up for us.
Oh yes, ma'am. Attitude, just as my colleague has said, attitude will determine how far you'll be able to go in life.
Very good. Now that we're talking about attitude, I will ask you a serious question and I want an answer from every one of you. Why would you not be an armed robber?
I've not been.
Or a suicide bomber? Or a terrorist? Or a commercial sex worker? Or a kidnapper? Or a ritual murderer? Any one of these evils. Why would you not be?
I will not indulge in any of the mentioned vices because I have a future to uphold. I'm here for a purpose and I need to fight in order to bring in that purpose to reality.
Okay.
I will not be a prostitute because there are other ways I can work, like learn a trade or know how to, like me, I know how to make hair. So I would rather do that than to be a prostitute to make my ends meet.
Thank you. Darlington.
I will not be a prostitute because my Bible condemns it, and I know that it's against the will of God. And I know that I become a prostitute, I'm not useful to my family, and I'm not useful to myself, and I'm a disgrace to a womanhood.
Good. Precious, why would you not?
I will not be a prostitute because I have a vision for life. And secondly, I think if I'm skilled, there are other better things to do than prostitution.
Thank you. Oh, okay, Michael, I know many boys are into armed robbery, kidnapping, ritual murdering, terrorism, or militancy, or restiveness. Why would you not be one of them?
I want to be one of them because I have a dream, and I would love to achieve my dream. And my dream is, making my parents proud and making everybody in my environment proud. And that's what I will go for. I will do that.
Okay, John, why would you not be?
I believe because my tomorrow is all right. And I have future ahead of me. And my tomorrow is all right.
Thank you. Are there with me?
To me, I will never be a kidnapper because I have a vision, and my vision is to become an instrument of change.
Femi?
I will not be, because I know what I want in life, and I want to be a legend that after I pass on, people can talk about me in good.
For good and not for bad. Because I remember Anene, he was remembered for evil. Remember him?
Yes.
He had his own fame from robbery. Okay, it will not be your own. Okay, why would you not be a marvelous?
Why I will not be a ritualist? Because I have a covenant with my God. And going against God, I think I'm getting my life short. Because I believe if I should go into ritualist, I think I'm heading to hellfire entirely.
Okay. Abayomi, cap it up for us.
Thank you, ma'am. My major goal and aim in life is to see people laugh.
Very good. But if you are an angry youth today, whom would you be angry with? Blessing.
Well, I'm angry with the system because everything it's not the way it's supposed to be.
Lara, whom would you be angry with?
I'll be angry at the level of corruption in the system.
Okay. Darlington, whom would you be angry?
I'll be angry with the government because they are the ones that are corrupting the youth.
Precious.
I think
whom would you be angry with?
I think somehow I'll look at the parents. Most of our parents they don't have time for the younger generation.
Michael, whom would you be angry with?
I'll be angry at the system.
The system?
The system, yes. I'll be angry at the system because the system has failed. But personally, we the youths, we still have our own, we still need to be blamed because if the system has failed, we don't need to rely on the system to make us achieve our goals. We work on our own self-actualization to achieve our goals.
Thank you. John, whom would you be angry?
I will not be angry at anybody because I have, as a youth, I have many responsibilities before me that I need to cater for. Because I have tomorrow and I need to work out myself. I don't need to fold my hand there and be complaining and be blaming anybody because nobody is up to be blamed.
Okay, Adewumi, whom would you be angry? Assuming you are really angry.
I will be angry at the leaders. When I'm talking about the leaders, both government and NGO, even our parents.
Femi, whom would you be angry with?
Our leader. Not only our leader in Nigeria, but entire Africa. We have a wealthy continent, but the poorest people in the world.
If I should be angry, I don't think I should blame the government. I think I should be angry for my parents. Because the parents of nowadays, they don't even care for their children.
Have the mothers failed you in any way?
Some mothers.
Some mothers? Okay.
Some mothers have failed in their duties because most times we believe that the parents believe since they can raise money to put the child in the best school, I think they feel that's the solution. But moral upbringing is the best a child needs. It's not just the education, the theoretical aspect. The home upbringing is very important.
Lara?
Yes, mothers don't have time for their children. These days, they are all there for their work.
Remember what you are talking about affects your own mothers.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, please
So,
go
and
ahead.
at the same time, they don't show them love. Another thing is mothers are not even learning enough to know what to tell.
Darlington?
Yes, some mothers have really failed their children. That the mother cannot take proper care of their children. They just leave the children for the house girl and the teachers.
Precious?
Some of our mothers are not well educated. They're not well enlightened. They don't really value education.
Can I have one of you to just say a word of counsel out there to your fellow youth?
Yes.
To cap it up.
To my fellow youth outside there, I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to focus. Take your destiny in your hands and you will succeed. You will get there.
Take the destiny in your hands, youth out there, in the positive way. You will succeed. So I want to say thank you to all of you for your positive contributions, for being positive youth with ideas about how to solve the problem. God bless you. You are all going to be great.
Amen.
For Nigeria.
Amen.
For the glory of God.
Amen.
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 God bless you.
Yes.
Yes, unemployment may be considered the primary problem of the youth today, but actually, the problem is multifaceted. We have heard about the need for better women's education, better parental care, better examples from leaders, and a system with a human face. And above all, more love for one another. Thank you for watching. Please join us again next week for another interesting, insightful edition of The Voice of Eve. God bless you.